But the larger goal is to turn Chongqing into an industrial hub, an international center of industry and trade. The city has already attracted significant American investment, like this Briggs & Stratton plant, where Chinese workers are now on the assembly line building American engines.
Just turned my life upside down. Gotta look for a new career.
Those engines used to be built here at this shuttered Briggs & Stratton plant in Rolla, Missouri.
I hate the fact that it cost me my job, but, you know, businesses are out to make money.
We have a couple of openings on the...
And while the move was good for the corporate bottom line, it badly hurt some of the workers, especially the older ones who thought they'd retire at Briggs. Now, like awkward teenagers at a prom, they find themselves shuffling through a job fair.
It's going to be hard for me to get a job because I'm 61 years old. So far, every place I've applied for says I'm overqualified. You know, in a polite way saying you're too old.
I'm Pam Leeser. I'm a dislocated worker from Briggs & Stratton.
Pam Leeser had been working at Briggs & Stratton for almost 11 years. She's clearly uncomfortable shopping for a new job. She never thought she'd have to. Until the day a delegation from Chongqing, China, came calling.
They had a translator with them. And my boss come up and he asked me if I would care to explain to them what my job was and how I did my job. And I looked at him and I told him, no, I will not. I just knew that down the road I was going to be losing my job.
Which is exactly what did happen to about 480 Briggs & Stratton workers on September 28, 2007.
Jim, I don't know if you were kidding me before or exaggerating, but you were talking at one point about being the most hated guy at the home plant in Missouri. True?
I think most hated was a bit of an exaggeration.
Jim Marceau runs Briggs & Stratton's operation in Chongqing, China.
A lot of people were concerned with us building a factory in China that it would take jobs from the United States. This plant was built so we could try to make engines inexpensively enough where we could sell in the Asia market. It wasn't made to take jobs from the States.
Which is true. That was the plan. But the engines remained too expensive for China and for the rest of the Asian market. So now you've got Chinese workers assembling the engines in Chongqing, and even with the additional cost of shipping them halfway around the world, there's still a bargain in Europe and the US, where they're powering lawnmowers, snowblowers, and generators. What's involved is just a fraction of the overall Briggs & Stratton operation, but Chongqing's gain was Rolla, Missouri's loss.
Well, after our last engine was built, everybody was gone. I mean, people wanted to get out of there. But I was one of them, stayed till 3 o'clock. I thought, they're paying me for my whole 8 hours.
$11.17 an hour is what Pam earned. Not a ton of money in Rolla, Missouri, or in the 3 other towns with Briggs factories, but it's a living wage. The fact is that Briggs & Stratton has kept 90% of its manufacturing in the United States, and that profitable plant in Chongqing is helping to keep the company competitive.
The labor is 5% of what it costs in the States, or 10% or 20%. That's where you save your money.
Well, I thought I was really stable at Briggs & Stratton. I thought I'd stay there the rest of my life and retire there. Well, now I'm 50 and I have to start all over again looking for another job.
Well, it's nice to meet you. You too. Good luck.
What do you say to someone caught in the backwash of the global marketplace?
You may want to try hiking. Have you found that?
Or, for that matter, to someone on the other side of the world trying to catch the next wave.
The basic equipment you need for hiking is simple.
Li Dan is 17 years old, and her parents are peasant farmers. Their combined annual income is less than $600, roughly half of which goes toward the payment of Li Dan's tuition, food, and housing at this boarding school in Chongqing. She is living the American dream of a better life than the one her parents have known.
直接读几遍吗？